7:17. If you've been thinking about getting an EV car, you better act fast because you only have 2 months left to cash in on tax credits for electric vehicles.
Yeah, those credits, which sometimes are worth thousands of dollars, disappear after September 30th. So the auto industry is expecting to see a quick burst in sales. On your site, Susan Campbell is here to show us what it all means for sellers and buyers. Good morning.
This is an interesting story. For some EV buyers, that credit is really the only reason they actually bought an EV. But those credits have limits that have caused some confusion, even at dealerships.
Timothy Crowley's a car guy.
Trust me, I was a pure gas guy.
Not anymore.
The thing drives like a dream. It's amazing.
Timothy and Julia bought this used Tesla at AutoNation in Avondale, a deal they only agreed to because of the $4,000 tax credit for used EVs.
I called them. Are you sure you can do the tax credit? No problem.
So he signed the paperwork. There's the $4,000 discount.
2 weeks later, they need us to come back to pay $4,000 or return the car. Said that the tax credit paperwork didn't go through.
Would you have purchased this vehicle if it wasn't
That was the basis. That was all the whole thing started, was the emails and the phone calls were, we're only coming down to test drive this car if you can show us proof you're selling it to us with the tax rebate, which they did.
Tax credits have been a huge incentive for EV purchases, up to $7,500 for new EVs and up to $4,000 for used EVs. But those credits have also caused confusion. There are income limits and limits on how many times credits can be claimed on a car. And now those credits are set to expire.
It's likely that we'll see a ramp up in EV purchases between now and September 30th as people rush to take advantage before it goes away. And then we will see a substantial drop in EV purchases after that.
Carl Brower is an analyst for iSeeCars.com.
It's going to be a very turbulent time in the electric vehicle industry for the next foreseeable future.
The impact will be different across the industry.
If you're a traditional automaker who has both EVs and regular internal combustion vehicles, you're actually going to be in pretty good shape because a lot of the non-EV vehicles you make will not have to be rapidly transitioned to electrification. If you're a pure EV company, that's another story and not a very good one. You know, Rivian, Lucid, Tesla, they're going to all be facing a much more difficult time meeting their sales goals and their financial goals as a result of this.
So what does it all mean if you decide to buy an EV before the tax credits go away?
If you're an EV, fence sitter, and this is what's going to push you over, you decide you've got to take advantage of this while you can. What you should do before anything is confirm that you're eligible and look very closely at the rules in terms of income and the cost of the vehicle you're buying. The other thing that you really need to do is you want to make sure the car fits your lifestyle.
It does fit for Timothy. And after we contacted AutoNation, he says the dealership backed off on its demands for an extra $4,000. The company told us they've resolved the issue.
And with the tax rebate, you have to be very careful. They will promise you guys the world.
You can claim the tax credit when you file your taxes, or you can transfer the credit to the dealership to get a discount on the car immediately. That, for a lot of people, is the best way to go, so you don't have to worry about the paperwork moving forward. And that's why it worked out for Timothy, because that car technically had already been claimed by somebody else. So that's why it wasn't eligible. Yeah. So in this case, the dealership had to eat it because they didn't realize it had been claimed.
Oh, wow.
It is complicated. For used EVs, the limit on the car sale is $25,000. There are income limits. For a couple filing jointly, you can make $150,000 or less. So there is a lot of work you have to do to make sure you know you're getting the money back on the tax credit that you're expecting.
A lot of factors in this.
Tons of
Sounds
factors.
like homework.
Yeah, it's about your income. It's about the car. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Go armed with information.
Absolutely. Or just take